So you have some things coming up.
Yes,
or just out.
If people watch Sons of Anarchy, do people watch Sons of Anarchy? David LaBrava, who played Happy, wrote a movie called Street Level that he wrote and directed. That is out on all platforms. I'm a McPoyle on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I'm going to be doing, I was off this season because the McPoyle brother was on Westworld. But they're bringing me back for the following season. I have a recurring on Superstore. And then I have a horror movie coming out about Villisca, Iowa. It's called The Axe Murderers of Villisca. And you guys are weird. Like, what is it?
Axe Murderers!
I love that stuff. Honey, you wanted to know where to take your first date. That's coming out coming up this Friday. And I wrote a comedy called Crust, a horror comedy called Crust. It's about a lonely, depressed guy who works in the laundromat and takes the socks out of the dryer, and he puts them in his back room, and he blows his nose in them, and he wipes his sweat on them, and ultimately his tears, he cries on it, and the pile of socks come to life, and they become his avenging, like anyone who teases him, makes fun of him, gets killed by Crust the sock. It's kind of a cross between Little Shop of Horrors and Willard, the movie Willard. So
I'm curious about this, like more true to life movie plots.
Right.
I can kind of see where people come up with that, but like really creative outside the box. I'm like, how did you think through to come up with that?
That is weird, because I was literally sitting in a pitch meeting with a guy, and I was like, dude, you can make a low-budget horror movie. I mean, you don't need a lot of the things. You can just do one location, like do a guy in a laundromat who like has the socks, and they come to life as a sock monster. You know what I mean? And they call it Crust. And then a year or two later, I was sitting there and I thought, that's a great idea, but I had just gone through a hard time. So you were saying life stuff. So the real theme of that is when I went through a pretty rough, I went through a divorce, but it went through a rough time because of the shock of the whole change of moving my house and leave. That when you're in a terrible place, you wish you had a little avenging monster to kill everybody for you, who pisses you off, and you feel so low and useless, and then all of a sudden,
So it was true to life. It was
true to life, because I know everyone who's gone through a hard time, wouldn't you love to just have this little thing go, I don't care for them. And then all of a sudden, that would be great.
So, lastly, this is really interesting to me.
Yes.
What you were saying about a new charity you're going to start, or have started.
I promised that I would make this announcement here. Too many people are passing away for no reason. There's so many preventable diseases, and recently I got my first colonoscopy because I'm over 50, and people dying of colon cancer, it's just sad because they don't all you need is a colonoscopy. It's the most preventable cancer out there. So is melanoma, so is prostate cancer. You just need to get them checked. So when I was doing a Facebook thing about getting ready for my colonoscopy, and I'm like, hey, what music should I be listening to? I'm cleaning out my system for my colonoscopy today. What music should I be listening to? And it was great. It was like Slip Sliding Away, and I forget, a bunch of great choices. But then a girl wrote a very sad story and said my mom never went to go get her colonoscopy because she didn't want the discomfort of those 24 hours, and she died of colon cancer. And I thought, my good friend came and picked me up for my colonoscopy, and I thought, what if someone went with you? Just to say, it's okay, I'm here, I know you're scared, but I'm here with you. So this year, everybody, if you join my Facebook page, Sean M. Whalen, If you know anyone who needs to go but just is scared to go and won't go, this year I'm committing to go with a woman to get a mammogram, a man to get his prostate checked, any man or woman to get a colonoscopy, and someone to go to the dermatologist. I will fly to them and go with you. So you will go. And then we want to get money, so then we get other friends and other people to go, and so we can get people to fly into their aunts or whoever it is, to go with them and say, I know this sucks for 24 hours, you know what I mean? But then you get to, after your colonoscopy, you get to go eat like crazy. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, it's all going through now. It's gonna be nice and clean. So I want to, I think, and it's called Love Conquers Fear. So,
that's cool.
Because fear kills. Fear will kill you.
Yeah. And so then last thing before we shoot promos.
Yes.
Is there any famous line people always want you to say that you can say? That's a great question. I mean, Aaron Burr would be good.
Aaron Burr, a lot of people say that. That was kind of it, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, they would come up and the one guy, I literally remember, like, because what happened, we shot it, and a week later, it was running all through California, night and day, and it was only 11, and it was a local commercial, so I got $1,100 per quarter. So after taxes, every 3 months, I got $450 for that thing. But people were stopping me in the street.
No residuals.
No, that's it. That was it, 400. But then it got sold later. And no, I'm kidding. It wasn't that much, but it was good. But this guy came up to me and he goes, why? And I said, why what? Because most people would say, Aaron Burr, or Got Milk. And he goes, why? And I said, why what? And he goes, why didn't you spit it out? And I go, what? And he goes, spit it out, dude. It's $10,000. It's $10,000, dude. And if you would have spit it out, you would have got $10,000. I'm like, it's fake, dude. Like, I don't live in a museum. I don't. So, but yeah, people would say, Aaron Burr, you know.
Yeah.